everybody, welcome back to the All Things Good channel and to another video. It's Polly here. It's lovely to see you on this beautiful summer's day. Lots to show you in this video, more shopping. Finally got the storage shelving units going up in Grace's room today. So lots of moving about and things we've got to sort out. So without further ado, let's get into it. I was just waiting for a second when the drilling had stopped, but these I buy off Amazon very regularly. They're Amazon's own brand Presto kitchen towels, and you get 12 for £16.84. There's an offer on at the moment, and you get 20% off that price if you subscribe. So you subscribe and save. They are super thick kitchen towels, and one roll lasts me weeks, and I use a lot of kitchen towel. So they're super value. How's Albert doing today? Enjoying the sunshine? Look at his back feet. We nearly called him Two Socks when he was born. Two Socks being the wolf in Dances with Wolves. Note my previous video to the connection there. But his back two paws, he looks like he's wearing a pair of white socks. So he was nearly called Two Socks. But we picked Albert instead. His front paws, his hands, he looks like he's got a French manicure. So there we go. But needless to say, I'm sure he's not bothered about any of that. Oh, it's got a bit windy, Albert. The drilling was doing my head in, so I've come outside and everybody's got their mower on the go. So there's no peace and quiet today. My car is in the garage, so I'm carless today. Air conditioning is not working, typical when you've got the most glorious day of the year. So it's gone in for what I hope will be a regas, but it was only regas 9 months ago, so it could have a leak. If it's got a leak, it's going to cost a fortune. So I'm just waiting for that phone call. In the meantime, the drilling noise is Grace's shelves and storage unit being erected. So Albert and I are just having a little bit of... Now there's ambulances and police cars going past. Well, not going past. There's no road at the back of my property, but in the distance I can hear it. It's just one of those days, isn't it? Well, you got to chill out. You've just got to chill out, haven't you? God love him. So Grace's new shelving is now up, and it's even sturdy enough to hold the fish tank, although that does need cleaning out. So we've put a few of her bits up there already. She still has plenty of space. We've been able to get rid of a piece of furniture from here. Still got quite a bit of sorting out to do, but she's gained a lot more floor space, and everything will be up, out the way and organised. Super job. Beautiful sunny day we've had. We have got quite the storm coming. Look at that sky. Totally grey. It started to rain. The wind is picking up. Well, that's England for you. But that's why it's so nice and green. Oh, we've now got a storm and a half picking up. Fabulous. I love looking at storms when I'm inside and all safe and cosy and warm. Wow. Anyway, the good news of the day is my car is back, and it did just need a regas, which I was quite surprised about because I did only have it regassed at the end of last summer. So there is a possibility it does have a leak, but if they were going to change the unit, it would have cost me £1,000. So it's been regassed again and it's working, which is great. But I'm just going to look outside and enjoy the storm for a bit. This is my grumpy face. I'm just having a 2-minute sit down, lie down on my bed to count to 10. I got up very early this morning, 5:30, to go to work. So I've come home from work and I'm tired anyway. So it's not probably the best time to catch me anyway, in terms of my energy levels and my tolerance levels. But I'm just counting to 10. My garden, my extra bit of garden that I've shown you before in a previous video, where I park my cars, and I've got a garage and I've got 2 allocated car parking spaces, and I've got what I call the beach, which is where my pebbled area is, my big red robin bushstroke tree, and a big grey pot with rhododendrons in. Well, I came home from work to find that my pot had been moved from my beach into the middle of my driveway. Someone trying to make a point. Now, I think I know who this someone is, and it's a friend of a neighbour that comes to stay at a neighbour's house. And they don't have an allocated car parking space, obviously, because they're a visitor. So they park their car, as I think I've mentioned to you previously, as lots of guests do in this area, right up against my beach. Now, I don't mind that, because the car park area bit itself, whilst it's not an allocated car parking space officially, you can fit a car there, and I have no problem with visitors parking there from time to time. The only problem it causes for me is if it's a day that I want to do gardening or I want to clear that beach area out. I can't get to it if there's a car park there. But I also appreciate that people probably don't know that I own it, because it doesn't look part of my property. It's like too far away from the back of my property for people probably to realise that I actually own it. So I get that, that's fine. But to move my pot off my beach onto my drive is someone thinking that I don't own the beach. And I do. And because I'm tired, it has cheesed me off a lot. I just think this pot is so heavy, it needs 2 people to carry it. Grace and I have now carried it into my back garden, so it's completely out of the way. I don't want people touching my property. You need 2 people to pick up that pot. It's huge. I'll show it to you in a minute. So someone's done a real concerted effort to do this. And it sounds petty, doesn't it? But it's really, really cheesed me off. I would never touch somebody else's property. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter whether it's a tiny pot with a little flower in or a huge flower, whatever it is. I would never touch somebody else's property, and I certainly wouldn't do it to try and make a point. My point in return is, if they don't realise that I own the beach, who the blinking hell do they think gardens it? They see me out doing it all the time. If they think it's theirs or they want it, they can have it and they can garden it. So am I being really petty? And I got to the point, I thought, right, that's it. I'm going to write a note to all the neighbours. I'm going to post it through every door saying it belongs to me and it doesn't belong to you. And then I thought, no, go and sit on the bed, count to 10. And in a minute, I will go and take it out on the gym instead. But the nerve of it. Just back from the gym. I'm not quite so angry now. Look, this is my pot. Can't really tell the size there, but it's really heavy. That's the pot that was moved onto my driveway. I mean, look at my foot. You see how big it is? And it's so heavy. 2-man job, that is. Anyway, as it's mine, I shall keep it close to hand, but I don't know where I'm going to put it. I don't like it there, actually. So, needless to say, I was very cheesed off, but the gym's had it. It's had it tonight. I know I really need to get over this now. It's a pot. Do you know what I mean? But why? Why would somebody do that? Why? It's just so rude. I think what's called for now is a bit of relaxation time. Today, Mum and I are going to Birmingham to visit some very dear friends. It was the best friend of my dad, actually. And I haven't seen him for a while. He has inherited from me a lot of my dad's Native American Indian arts collection because he's into the same interests. He was also involved with Dances with Wolves. And we're going to go and spend the day with him and have some lunch. So I'll show you around and might get some pictures of some of my dad's things as well while we're there. So let's go. There's a lot of things in here that used to belong to my dad. It's like stepping back in time. And a lot of these things were also used in the film Dances with Wolves. This is just lovely to see it all out again. And while we're here in Erdington, Mum doesn't know yet, but I'm about to drive her round to the road to see the house where not only was she born in, but she lived there until she got married in 1964. And then the house remained the property of one of her sisters called Angela until she passed away in 1992. So Mum hasn't been to see the old house since 1992. So we're about to leave Richard's and we've had a lovely day, lots of reminiscing and a lovely lunch. And now for Mum's little surprise.
The only thing is, Pa. Oh.
So we've, on our little trip to Erdington, we've come to the house where Mum lived in as a little girl and a young adult. We thought we'd come and have a little look.
45.
So that is...
They've taken the rose tree out of the front. That's gone.
Oh yes, that's what we call the opening.
Yeah. It was right opposite the opening. We called it the opening.
So you were born here, weren't you, Mum?
Yes.
And you left here when you got married?
Yes.
So you left this house in 1964.
Yes.
And then your sister Angela stayed here until 1992.
That's right. You see where it's 45? See the first window?
Yeah.
That's where we had the phone.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
But does it look any different, really?
No, it's all freshly painted. It would be more like, I can't remember what.
Obviously, it's got new windows, hasn't
It's got
it?
new windows and doors.
So.
Everything's new. But
So there you go.
Ah. So, but there was a rose tree. They've taken it out.
Yeah, I think I remember that when
Do you?
your sister Angela lived here. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was definitely something in the front garden.
Yeah,
They've just
definitely.
taken it out, haven't they?
Yeah.
So this is it. This is the road that you were brought up on. So what do you think about that?
I don't remember the fence being there. We used to call it the opening.
The opening?
But
Well, it's probably blocked off now because it's private,
yeah.
isn't it? It's all different these days.
Oh my God.
So what do you think about seeing that? St Thomas Road?
God. Wow. Look at this one here. It's terribly neglected. It's filthy, isn't
Is it not up to your Lichfield standard now, Mum?
it? Actually, it was quite nice when we were kids. Not too bad.
We don't want to stay for too long though because we don't want anybody to see us. It is somebody else's house now.
No.
But there you go. Thought I'd show you.
Yeah.
Mind you, I've got some memories in that house when Angela was still alive.
Of course, yeah.
We had some
Yeah.
laughs in there, didn't we?
We did.
Just having another of my lying on the bed moments, but I was just reflecting on today and taking Mom to her original family home. And I was going to say earlier, and I forgot, that house was 3 bedrooms, and obviously my grandparents lived there when they were married, and they actually had 6 children in that house, my mum being one of them. And my mom is the only living of those 6 now. And her 3 brothers, there was 3 girls and 3 boys. Her 3 brothers all died very, very young. I think one might have been in his 40s, but 2 were certainly only in their 50s. And then it left the 3 girls, one of which never married, which was Angela. So that's why that house eventually became Angela's, because she never married and moved out of the family home. And Angela was only 59 when she passed away in 1992. And then my mum's last remaining sister died about 18 or 19 years ago now. And she was only about 70. So the fact that my mum is 92 next month is not only just amazing because she's amazing for nearly 92, but amazing because none of her brothers and sisters lived to be old. And that makes her so much more special to me in a way as well, and so much more precious. She's been through such a lot, and then obviously lost a daughter herself, very young, at the age of 46. So she's had an amazing life with a lot of sadness and a lot of trauma in it. And I was just sitting back thinking about my own problems, which aren't very many, and how blessed I am to have my 2 and my beautiful home, and my mum's still with me and just around the corner, and I have a lot to be very thankful for. And I've had a lot of sadness as well, and sad relationship endings and marriage breakup and sister passing away and losing my dad. But those are sort of the things that most people experience in life. That's not unique. It's not unique to me. And I am very, very blessed. But I remember being in that house in the time that Angela lived there. So we'd had lots of family parties, Christmases, get-togethers, and it was always full of shenanigans, that house. It was great fun. So there's memories there for me as well. But for Mom, I don't think she knew what to say. I think it blew her mind. I'm fascinated to speak to her tomorrow and find out a little bit more about what she thinks now she's slept on it. Talking of sleep, I need to be doing that now. Well, today is the 21st of May, which means it's Albert's birthday. And today, Albert is 9 years old. This week's video has been a bit different, hasn't it? Just more of a sort of what I've been up to, a lot of reminiscing and a bit of this and a bit of that, really. I actually haven't done much shopping this week. I've had a week off from shopping, but I've got some things coming this week. So next week's video will have hopefully some bargains in it. We shall see. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this week's video, and if you have, please like and subscribe. Love you to join me, and I look forward to seeing you all again next week. Take care, stay safe, stay in that boat. See you soon. Bye.